Letting go can also mean releasing expectations. Expectations often create disappointment because they are built on things we cannot control. We expect people to behave a certain way, or to give us the love we give them, or to value us the way we value them. When they do not meet those expectations, we feel hurt, or betrayed, or unworthy. But the truth is that other people are living their own stories, and their actions are reflections of who they are, not reflections of who you are. When you let go of expectations, you allow relationships to be more peaceful, and you allow yourself to breathe. You begin to place your worth in your own hands, instead of handing it to someone else. Letting go can also be emotional. Sometimes the heaviest weight we carry is the voice inside our own mind. It tells us we are not enough, or we are too late, or we have made too many mistakes to rise again. These thoughts feel safe because they are familiar, but they are also the very thoughts that limit your growth. When you let go of negative self-talk, you create room for new beliefs that empower you. You learn to replace doubt with faith. You learn to replace fear with courage. You learn to replace regret with understanding. Letting go is not a single moment. It is a daily choice. Every day you decide what deserves space in your heart, and what does not. The beautiful thing about letting go is that it opens doors you never imagined. It brings peace where there was once chaos. It brings clarity where there was confusion. It brings strength where there was weakness. It allows you to walk into the future with lighter steps and a clearer mind. When you let go, you rise. When you let go, you heal. When you let go, you create the freedom your soul has been longing for. Letting go is not losing. It is choosing yourself. It is choosing peace. It is choosing growth. And that choice transforms everything. A bulletproof mindset is not something you discover in a single moment. It is something you build piece by piece through the choices you make every day. It grows quietly inside you each time you choose discipline over comfort, honesty over pretending, gratitude over complaint, forgiveness over resentment, and self-belief over doubt. It forms in the moments when no one is clapping for you, and no one is watching you. Yet you still decide to rise and stand tall, because you know your life deserves your very best. It forms when you choose your peace over unnecessary battles, and when you walk away from anything that steals your clarity, your joy, or your purpose. When you decide to live with purpose, you shift the entire tone of your day. Purpose does not mean you must have your whole life figured out. It simply means that you set one clear intention for the next 24 hours. Maybe the intention is to stay patient. Maybe it is to practice gratitude. Maybe it is to finish one important task that you have been avoiding. Whatever it is you choose, it becomes the anchor that steadies your focus when the world tries to pull you in 1,000 directions. Without intention, your mind becomes a playground for doubt, confusion, and fear. With intention, it becomes a weapon of clarity that cuts through noise and keeps you aligned with your goals. Comfort, on the other hand, is soft and tempting. It tells you to stay in bed a little longer. It tells you to avoid challenges. It tells you that maybe tomorrow is a better day to start. Comfort is pleasant, but it is also the silent killer of growth. A bulletproof mindset is not built by doing what feels good. It is built by doing what is necessary. When you choose purpose over comfort, you teach your mind that short-term discomfort is a small price for long-term power. You teach yourself that discipline is not punishment. Discipline is freedom. It is the structure that carries you from the person you are to the person you are capable of becoming. This habit becomes even more important on days when motivation is nowhere to be found. Motivation is inconsistent. It rises and falls like waves. If you rely on motivation, you will only move when you feel good. But when you rely on discipline, you move no matter what. Discipline is the quiet force that whispers, "You may not feel ready, but you must still show up." And each time you show up, even when it is difficult, you strengthen your mind. You build proof that you can trust yourself. You create inner confidence, because confidence does not come from results. It comes from keeping the promises you make to yourself. Living with intention also sharpens your decision-making. When you know your purpose for the day, you no longer waste time on distractions or drama. You stop giving your mental energy to people who drain your strength. You stop engaging in habits that take you backward. You become more focused, more resilient, and more grounded because purpose acts like a filter that separates what matters from what does not. Every moment becomes more meaningful because it is directed, not scattered. Purpose over comfort will not feel natural at first. Your mind will resist. Your body will resist. But if you stay consistent, you will notice a shift. You will start to feel stronger. You will start to trust yourself more deeply. You will start to experience a quiet power that comes from knowing you are in control of your path. This is how a bulletproof mindset is built, not through grand achievements, but through small daily choices that align your actions with your intentions and your life with your highest self. Protecting your energy is one of the most powerful habits you can build because your mindset is shaped every single day by what you allow into your inner space. Every conversation you entertain, every environment you walk into, and every relationship you maintain has the power to either lift your spirit or drain your strength. A bulletproof mindset is not created by pushing yourself harder. It is created by choosing wisely, guarding your peace, and refusing to let anything or anyone interrupt the balance you are working so hard to build. When you begin to understand that your energy is your most valuable currency, you stop spending it carelessly and start investing it in the people and choices that help you grow. There are moments in life when you feel drained without even knowing why. Sometimes it is not because you are tired. It is because you are surrounded by the wrong energies. People who complain constantly, people who gossip endlessly, people who doubt your abilities, people who bring chaos instead of calm. When you absorb their energy, your own light becomes dimmer. Protecting your energy means recognizing these patterns and stepping away without guilt. You are not responsible for fixing everyone. You are not required to carry anyone's emotional baggage. Your first responsibility is to yourself, your mental strength, and your ability to stay focused on your purpose. When you protect your energy, you also learn to say no. Not because you are cold or selfish, but because you understand the cost of saying yes to everything. Every yes takes time, attention, and emotional space. A bulletproof mindset is not built through constant availability. It is built through intentional choices. You must learn to say no to things that drain you, distract you, or pull you away from who you want to become. Saying no is not rejection. It is protection. It is choosing your peace over pressure. It is choosing your growth over guilt. Another part of protecting your energy is controlling your environment. The spaces you spend time in influence your thoughts. A cluttered space creates a cluttered mind. A noisy environment disrupts clarity. A toxic environment poisons your confidence. Surround yourself with places that make you feel calm and grounded. Fill your home with things that inspire you. Spend time in spaces that allow your mind to breathe. When your environment supports your mental clarity, your decisions become stronger, and your focus becomes sharper. You must also be mindful of the information you consume. Every video you watch, every post you scroll through, and every message you listen to becomes a part of your inner world. If you consume negativity, fear, or chaos, your mind will reflect that. Protecting your energy means choosing what enters your mental space. Follow people who inspire you. Listen to voices that empower you. Read words that strengthen your faith and confidence. Your mind becomes what you feed it. Choose nourishment over noise. Protecting your energy also means protecting your time. Stop allowing interruptions to control your day. Create boundaries that help you stay present and productive. When you focus your time on what truly matters, your mindset becomes clearer and your confidence grows. You realize that your peace is not negotiable and that your purpose deserves your full dedication. Most importantly, protecting your energy is an act of self-respect. It is you declaring that your peace matters, your growth matters, your dreams matter, You deserve to live with clarity, strength, and freedom. When you guard your energy, you give yourself the power to stay centered even in chaos, to stay calm even in pressure, and to stay strong even in uncertainty. This is how a bulletproof mindset is built, not by force, but by choosing peace, protection, and purpose every single day. Embracing radical honesty is the foundation of a powerful and unshakable mindset. When you choose honesty with yourself, you stop living behind illusions. You stop pretending that everything is fine when your heart is tired. You stop acting strong only to hide the places that feel weak. True honesty is not about exposing your pain to the world. It is about exposing your truth to yourself. It is the quiet moment when you sit alone and say, "This is what hurts. This is what scares me. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I must change." When you dare to face your deepest truths, you begin to rebuild your life from a place of clarity and strength. A bulletproof mindset cannot grow on top of excuses and denial. It grows only when you are willing to face your reality without running from it. Radical honesty allows you to understand the roots of your struggles. It reveals the habits that drain you. It reveals the patterns that keep repeating. It shows you why you react the way you do. It shows you why you hold your heart back. It helps you understand why you fear certain things. It helps you see the wounds you have not healed yet. Without this truth, you move through life in the dark. You keep repeating the same mistakes. You keep attracting the same pain. You keep losing the same battles. Honesty turns on the light. Once you see the truth, you cannot unsee it. You can ignore it, but you cannot erase it. And when you finally accept it, something inside you shifts. You begin to grow. Being honest with yourself also gives you power over your emotions. When you lie to yourself, you lose control. You let fear control you. You let doubt control you. You let past experiences limit your future. But when you acknowledge what you feel, and why you feel it, you begin to understand that emotions are not your enemies. They are messengers. They come to teach you something. They come to reveal what needs healing and what needs changing. When you stop fighting your emotions and start understanding them, you become mentally stronger. You stop breaking at every challenge. You start rising with clarity. Radical honesty also teaches you accountability. It forces you to admit the role you play in your own life. It helps you see where you held yourself back. It helps you see where you settled for less. It helps you see where you allowed people to treat you in ways that hurt your worth. It helps you see where you avoided responsibility. When you accept accountability, you stop waiting for others to save you. You stop blaming people for your pain. You stop expecting life to magically fix itself. You take back your power and begin shaping your life with intention. Honesty also brings peace. Pretending is exhausting. Hiding your wounds takes energy. Living behind masks drains your spirit. When you finally choose honesty, you feel lighter. You feel free. You feel aligned with who you truly are. You stop trying to be what the world expects and start becoming who you were meant to be. Peace comes when your inner world matches your outer life. Radical honesty creates that alignment. When you commit to this level of honesty, every aspect of your life transforms. Your decisions become clearer. Your relationships become healthier. Your goals become more meaningful. Your mindset becomes unbreakable. Nothing strengthens your life more than the courage to look at yourself without filters. Honesty is not easy, but it is the doorway to freedom. It is the beginning of real growth. It is the foundation of a bulletproof mind. Practicing daily gratitude is one of the most transformative habits a person can build because it shifts the entire focus of the mind from what is missing to what is already present and powerful. When you begin your day with gratitude, you immediately place your thoughts on a higher frequency because you remind yourself that life is not defined only by the challenges you face, but also by the blessings that surround you every single day. Gratitude has the ability to change your internal dialogue because when you consciously choose to recognize the good in your life, your mind becomes more resilient, your emotions become more balanced, and your attitude becomes more grounded in positivity. A bulletproof mindset is built not by ignoring difficulties, but by strengthening your ability to see beyond them, and gratitude helps you do exactly that. Every moment you pause and express appreciation for something, no matter how small, you train your brain to look for what is right instead of what is wrong. Over time, this becomes a natural instinct, and that instinct gives you a greater sense of control, purpose, and peace. There is immense power in noticing simple things, such as the comfort of your home, the support of a friend, the warmth of a new morning, or even the chance to start again after a difficult day. When you acknowledge these moments, you tell your mind that goodness still exists, and that recognition grows into confidence and quiet strength. Gratitude also shifts your perspective during hard times, because instead of feeling overwhelmed by problems, you learn to recognize the lessons, the opportunities, and the inner strength that challenges often reveal. When you approach life with thankfulness, you become emotionally lighter, because gratitude leaves no room for bitterness, resentment, or envy. It replaces negativity with clarity, and clarity helps you think better, act better, and move forward with more courage. Daily gratitude also improves your relationships, because it teaches you to appreciate people rather than focus on their flaws. When you regularly express thanks to those around you, your connections grow deeper, because people feel seen, valued, and respected. This strengthens trust and emotional safety, which are essential ingredients for healthy relationships and a resilient mindset. Gratitude softens your heart and widens your perspective, because it encourages compassion, patience, and understanding. When you see the good in others, you strengthen the good within yourself, and that becomes the foundation of emotional stability. Moreover, gratitude affects your physical and mental well-being. Studies and experience show that grateful individuals sleep better, stress less, and think more clearly, because their minds are not constantly stuck in a cycle of fear or negativity. When your thoughts are filled with appreciation, your nervous system relaxes, your breath deepens, and your energy becomes calmer and more focused. This calmness helps you make wise decisions, handle pressure with more confidence, and stay grounded during uncertainty. A bulletproof mindset is not built on force or toughness, but on understanding how to manage your inner world, and gratitude gives you that mastery. Consistency is what makes gratitude truly life-changing. When you practice it every day without skipping, even when life feels heavy or slow, you teach your mind to look for light, even in the darkest moments. Over time, you start noticing blessings automatically, because your brain becomes trained to recognize what is good, what is working, and what is possible. This creates hope, and hope fuels action and determination. Gratitude is not about pretending life is perfect. It is about acknowledging that even in imperfection there is beauty, strength, and possibility. When you carry gratitude in your heart, your mindset becomes unshakable, because you are no longer controlled by external circumstances. Instead, you anchor yourself in appreciation, and that anchor keeps you steady no matter what life brings. Letting go is one of the hardest things a person can do, because it feels like releasing a part of yourself that you held onto for years. Many people cling to memories or mistakes or regrets, because they believe holding on will somehow protect them or justify the pain they went through. But the truth is that holding on weighs your mind down and blocks the path to peace. Growth happens when you create space for something new, and that space only appears when you release what no longer serves your heart or your purpose. Forgiveness is not about saying that what someone did was right. It is not about forgetting the pain or pretending it never happened. Forgiveness is about choosing your own freedom. It is about deciding that you will no longer let old wounds control your present thoughts or your future possibilities. When you hold on to bitterness, it becomes a chain around your mind. It tightens every time you think about the person or the situation, and before long it starts affecting the way you see yourself and the way you see the world. But when you let go, you break that chain, and you reclaim your peace. Letting go also means releasing the version of yourself that you used to be. Many people stay stuck because they keep replaying who they were instead of embracing who they can become. They feel guilty for changing, or they feel pressured to stay the same because others expect them to. But life is growth, and growth requires movement. You cannot become stronger while clinging to your weakest moments. You cannot discover your new path while staring at your old one. When you let go of the past versions of yourself, you honor your evolution. You allow yourself to rise into the person you are meant to be. There comes a moment in every person's life when they look at themselves and say, "I'm ready for more." Not more fame, not more applause, not more noise, but more strength, more clarity, more peace. A bulletproof mindset isn't built in a day. It's built through habits, choices, and small daily promises you make to yourself, even when no one is watching. A bulletproof mindset begins with a simple truth. Your mind is your home, and it's your responsibility to keep it clean, protected, and powerful. Life will always test you, with storms, disappointments, betrayals, and losses. But you decide whether those storms break you or build you. The first habit that transforms your life is intentionality. Wake up every day with a sense of purpose, even if it's as small as saying, "Today, I choose to show up for myself." When you stop waiting for motivation and start relying on discipline, everything shifts. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and who you want to become. A bulletproof mindset also demands honesty. The bravery to say, "I've been hurt, I've been scared, I've doubted myself," and still choose to rise. You cannot build mental strength on top of denial. You build it by embracing your truth and using it as fuel. Another habit is protecting your energy. Not everyone deserves access to your mind, your heart, or your peace. Walk away from negativity without guilt. You're not required to carry the weight of everyone's expectations. Sometimes protecting your mindset means saying no more than you say ayes. Gratitude is another cornerstone habit. It turns fear into faith and scarcity into abundance. When you train your mind to notice what's right instead of what's missing, you become unstoppable. Forgiveness is also a powerful habit. Not because others always deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Carrying resentment is like drinking poison and hoping someone else gets sick. Let it go, not for them, but for your freedom. And finally, surround yourself with people who challenge your thinking, who stretch your limits, who remind you of your greatness. When life tries to make you forget, a bulletproof mindset is reinforced by community, by voices that speak life into your dreams. So let these habits guide you. Let them strengthen you. Let them transform you into someone who not only survives life's challenges, but rises above them with unshakable purpose. Remember, you're not here to merely exist. You're here to become. The truth is that life will continue to challenge you. You will face situations that test your strength, your patience, and your courage. But a mind that has been trained through purpose, consistency, and awareness cannot be broken easily. You become someone who understands that setbacks do not define you, that failures are not permanent, and that every difficulty carries a lesson designed to shape you into a stronger and wiser version of yourself. You begin to see that everything you experience, whether painful or beautiful, is guiding you toward growth. You stop seeing obstacles as threats and start viewing them as opportunities that help you sharpen your character and deepen your wisdom. As you practice these habits, you step into a life where your thoughts become your allies instead of your enemies. You build an inner world that supports you, strengthens you, and protects you from the noise around you. You no longer react out of fear or insecurity, but respond with clarity, intention, and confidence. You carry yourself with a calm power that comes from knowing who you are and what you stand for. You move through your days with a sense of direction, because you know your purpose, and you are committed to living it fully. This journey is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming aware. It is about choosing yourself every single day. It is about doing the inner work that no one applauds, but everyone eventually sees. When you commit to this path, you transform your life from the inside out. Your mindset becomes your armor, your habits become your strength, and your purpose becomes your compass. You become someone who is not easily shaken, not easily distracted, and not easily broken. So let this be your reminder that you have everything within you to build a life filled with strength, clarity, and unshakable resilience. Keep choosing the habits that lift you. Keep protecting the peace that sustains you. Keep walking forward with courage even when the path feels uncertain. With every step you take, you are shaping a mindset that can weather any storm and rise above any challenge. And in doing so, you become the author of your own transformation, the protector of your own peace, and the creator of a mind that is truly bulletproof.